beautiful souls. A few years ago, I had an idea of using greeting cards that were gifted, that were handmade, and they were just too beautiful to throw away. There are too many to display them all, and make them into either booklets for journaling or use them as signatures to put inside of a journal. Well, last year I had joined the Create 10, curated by Anna Griffin. There are 10 kits to put together within the Create 10 box, and I didn't quite put them all together yet. There are a few that I did, and I still want to do a video on that, although it's almost a whole year later. And I did turn some of the cards into journaling books or journaling booklets. And it's really easy to make. This is not what I'm actually featuring today, but I just wanted to share that, you know, this idea was from a few years ago because I didn't want to get rid of the beautiful handmade cards that were gifted to me. And if you have cards that you don't like how they look, you can alter them also, because these were ready-made cards and all you had to do was layer them. I did make a few using the Anna Griffin cards that came in the mystery box that I'm not a fan of. And I decided to make them for my grandgirls. I made them little, I guess you can call them sketchbooks. And because, oh my goodness, my oldest granddaughter, they were just here this past Thursday. Their parents needed someone to watch them because the daycare is renovating and they didn't have anybody to watch them. So I spent time with them, and the oldest granddaughter shared how her youngest siblings have destroyed the notebooks that she has, that she sketched in. She's quite good, actually. She's really good. She's 7 years old, and I started right around her age, like 6, 7 years old. And she's really good. And I wanted to keep her, I want her to keep going with that. So I decided, okay, well, let me take a few of the cards that I'm not a fan of, you know, that came in the mystery box from Anna Griffin, and make a few for all 3 of them. That way they don't keep destroying her notebooks and her works of art. What I did is I covered the cards because I didn't like them, and I used scrap paper, you know, like pieces of paper, so that way I'm not cutting into a full sheet and then creating more scraps of paper. And here I used the Gorgeous Girl stamp. It's so adorable. I love these. And I just made little flowers, and I went in my vault of dies that I have been collecting but haven't gotten around to using yet. And I don't have links for them because as I collected, I wasn't really creating. So there's quite a bit of time that passed by, and I don't have links for any of them. So I'm sorry about that. Excuse me. So I used some scrolls and some leaves. This is from a collection I think in Germany. I don't quite remember. I don't even know if they're still around because I only bought from them one time. And I have 2 of this collection because I liked it so much. And it's sort of like the Tilda, you know, theme. And all I did was cover the logo that was back here. And again, using scraps so that I can add the tie, because I didn't add it on top of this before I layered the paper down. I ended up just cutting a piece of paper and using a punch. So I'm using my stash. This is the scallop punch from Martha Stewart, and I did it on this side as well. And as you can see, there's still a sentiment in here. I may or may not put any something there. We'll see. Maybe a Dollar Tree sticker, you know, a flower or something might suffice. But we'll see. But here's one, and as you can see here, I've punched holes on the card and on the papers. I've only used 11 sheets of paper, so there's 22 altogether. And if you want to count front and back, I guess it would be 44, right? And so I did that, and then I just threaded the ribbon and I tied it here. But on this one, I did it the opposite. I threaded the ribbon going inside, so the bow is actually in the middle of the fold of the paper, as you can see there. Okay, so you can do it either way. Either way will work. And also, what's great about that is when the papers are full, these can be taken out and more can be added. And it will still be usable. So this is booklet number 1. I'll put it here so we can see it because it's so super cute. Here's another one. Oh, look how cute! So the same thing, I covered the logo back here. I did the holes, threaded it through with ribbon. And this is one of the magnolia, the Tilda Magnolia stamps. And again, I made flowers. It's pretty much the same. It's just using different colors and using different images, but I use the same dies. Here is booklet number 3. Like I said, it has the same die cuts, flowers in different variety or ranges of color, but it's within the color scheme. And look how adorable the teddy bear is. Oh my goodness. The bow is supposed to be like dimensional. And again, I covered the logo. And I will share how I actually put it together in a separate video. And the reason why I wanted to put up this one is because I'm still working on friend mail. And while I'm in the process of doing that, I still wanted to release a film so that I'm not waiting too long to release one. Oh, and here is how I used a different paper, same punch, to cover the ribbon. And these are really easy and fast to make. What makes it takes long is deciding how I want to decorate it, and just like I said, use your scraps. Use your scraps, use your punches, because I used the Martha Stewart punch on this piece of scrap also, as you can see here, and I punched both sides like that one. It has the both sides punched, and then this one I just made it a little bit more narrow. I have a bag filled with scraps, with digitals that I've created, and with other designer paper from Stamperia and other ones. So I want to use up my scraps, and this is a perfect way to use up scraps, and even to just make a card, like a regular greeting card. Use your scraps. I am in a no spend, in a minimal, very minimal, low spending. I'm really cutting down on that because I have loads of crafting things, and it would defeat the purpose of me decluttering, because I'm going to be back to square one if I keep shopping. And I have so much to play with that I haven't even cracked open the seal of the package. The only thing that I am still receiving that I am spending is the Anna Griffin mystery box, but that's pretty much it. And if I need adhesive, yeah, I'm gonna have to spend a little money on that. But like I said, very little spending, very little spending. Or if I run out of solid cardstock, because I have loads of decorative paper. And yes, it is very challenging not to buy decorative paper, like from Stamperia or Prima, because they're so gorgeous and they're so tempting because they're so pretty, but I really want to use what I already have. And I know I'm running the risk of seeing a paper pad that came out years ago and then it's no longer in circulation, which is what happened when I first started crafting. And the Tilda paper was already discontinued and I couldn't even get my hands on it, and I loved it so much. But it is what it is. I'm grateful that I can create my own in a style that I absolutely love and will appreciate. And I have a lot more doll stamps, especially the Gorgeous Girls. I have quite a few of these Tildas, and most of the ones that I have, they are unbranded Magnolia stamps, because I couldn't get my hands on the originals. And there's no shame to my game. If it's discontinued or I can't find it, I'm gonna look for the unbranded version, which is what I did. I won't be doing that anytime soon, because like I said, I'm on a low to almost no spending. So I'm continuing to work on friend mail, and maybe the next film would be, you know, at least putting one of these together and we can have a little chat, because I do want to talk about the importance of journaling that I didn't realize is one of the keys to healing. So I do want to share that, as maybe I put one or two of these together. Okay, so thank you for joining me in this moment that you're watching. I appreciate and receive your presence. Let share be fair, be filled with love, and love one another. Take good care, and may you have a peaceful and joyful heart, everyone. Sending love.